Hey guys, it is T. Renee Smith here, author of the CEO Life, and it is time for your Think Like a CEO tip. So normally when I come on and give my tips, I will prepare. So do y'all see my earring fell off? So what I wanted to do today was I said, God, I'm really not sure what I want to talk about. So just give me something that somebody needs to hear. So I said, I'm going to grab my book and I'm just going to open up, and whatever page it falls on is what we're going to go over. So today I landed on page 23 of the CEO Life, and it talks about reframing the words that you use in your life. So like one of the words is no, which a lot of people look at the word no as a bad word, but really no just simply means next opportunity. So I just wanted to tell you, so when life is not working out exactly like how we want to, take some time, get quiet, and get still, because what we feel is a door closing, it may be God closing that door and opening up a window for a bigger and a greater opportunity. So today I just wanted to give you three key tips on really being able to when we feel like God is being silent in our life, what it is that we need to do. Number one, God is always talking to us. Sometimes we're too busy to hear what he's saying. So number one, if you feel like you're in an area of your life where you're stuck or you're not hearing God and not knowing which direction to move, number one is to get silent. Because with all the noise of social media, TV, and so many other things going on, we could be drowning out the voice of God. So oftentimes it's not this loud scream, it's just a gut feeling that we'll have, or intuition, or just this little small feeling. So when you're still and when you're quiet, you're able to hear that. So number one is to get silent. Number two is to think back about the last direction that God gave us, right? So a lot of times God is still waiting on us. He's like, well, when are you going to do what I told you to do the last time? And so we're waiting on some new instructions. And it's like, well, go back and finish what it is that you were supposed to do. So some of us are in relationships that God has told us that the season has ended, but we're continuing to hold on to those relationships. Other of us, we're in our business and we're going a certain direction that we've been going for years, but God is like, I wanted to put a period there, and we keep putting a comma. So look at areas in your life where you're putting a comma and God has put a period. So number two is to look back and think about all of those areas that God has told you to do something about and you have not done those. Number three, really look at what is tugging at your heart and what is pulling you. So you can start looking at areas of your life where you're doing things that you're not supposed to be doing. They may be right, but are they really God? So just because something is a good thing, it doesn't mean that it is a God thing. So take time to really think and analyze, is what you're doing busy work or is what you're doing purpose work? So you want to make sure that you are doing work that is that you're passionate about, or that is leading to your purpose. So even when you're working in your purpose, every single thing that you're doing is not going to be what you love doing. So like, I'm thankful that I am walking in my purpose, and God is continuing to reveal that more to me. But do I enjoy every single area of the business that I'm doing? Absolutely not. However, when I sit down and I look and say, hey, am I doing things just for money? Which I have been there before, where I was like, anybody that has a check or a credit card that's going to pay me, I'll work with you. So I get that. I understand that. But as I started wanting to live a life full of purpose and peace, I had to start making sure that I was doing things on purpose. So guys, your three tips today is number one, let's start reframing the way that we look at words. So when we hear no, it's not a negative thing. No just means next opportunity. Maybe whatever it is that you were working on was not for you. So lovingly release it instead of trying to hold on to it, whether it's a relationship, whether it's business, whatever it is. If it's time for it to go, release it. So that's number one, to just reframe the way that you think about things. Get silent, listen to God to hear his voice. Number two, go back and think about what are those things that God has told you to do that you're not doing. Where have you put a comma, and it should be a period. And then number three, make sure that you are doing things with intention and things that are leading you to your purpose and not just busy work. So guys, if you have not gotten a copy of my book, The CEO Life, I highly recommend it. I'm not being biased, but when you, in times when I am feeling doubtful, or times when I'm feeling stuck or nervous, I go back and I read the first chapter, and I read about forgiveness and mindset and being intentional, because there's so much more to being a CEO than just marketing and branding and sales. All of that is in the book too. But first, we have to work on your mindset, because you will never get further in your business than your mindset. So if you've not got your copy of the CEO Life, get it. And guys, in a couple of weeks, I am going to be launching my CEO Confidence Challenge. Like, it is going to be amazing and on fire. As I'm going through and creating the challenge, I'm like, oh my God, I need that. I need that. I need that in my life. And so sometimes we just have to be reminded. People think that confidence is just the way that you look, but confidence is so much about who you are internally. So be on the lookout for that announcement. So I hope everybody has an amazing, amazing day. And I will see you next week for the Think Like a CEO tip. Bye-bye.